From the outside looking in, doesn't it look like increasingly that the Mueller team is setting a trap for the president if he decides to speak with him?
Absolutely.
And so potentially listening to the advice of you on this sofa regularly and his own attorneys, how in the world could he ever cooperate and sit down with Mueller for an interview, knowing that if you tell one lie to Bob Mueller, he will move to file charges?
He could not tell a lie. That's always an option here. There have been so many lies spewed out from the beginning. You know, the president had nothing to do with the statement originally on Air Force One. He absolutely did. And Hope Hicks, by the way, was back on Air Force One this weekend, which seemed like very odd timing then that the tweet came out in the morning. Don Jr. said the wrong reason that the meeting happened in the first place. You have Michael Cohen, who knows how many more tapes are going to come out, or him saying, actually, there were more people in the room.
It's more insidious than that, because you never know what
insidious.
But you never know what Mueller has on you, despite all the prep work that his attorneys do with him. And another thing is, it would seem like that the president wants to sit down to get this out of the way, but we don't know how far Mueller is into this.
And I understand the president is incredibly emphatic about his innocence and the entire thing. I think that he should sit down. I think that he should have, and I'm sure there will be parameters. And I think he should dare them to impeach him, because even if there is a Democratic majority in the House, and that's the avenue they go down, he's never going to be impeached. But it is almost an insurance policy that guarantees his reelection, because he will, and this is really the only scenario where he casts himself as the victim. He did the right thing politically. He sat down, he answered the questions, and if he is charged with a procedural crime that, in essence is somehow Robert Mueller telling Congress, go ahead and impeach him, because we're not going to charge him.
Let Jessica respond real quick before we run out of time.
I think that the president should do whatever he can to make it clear that he was not involved. I believe that he wasn't. The people around him were the ones who were, that Don Jr. knew things, Jared Kushner, et cetera.
The president's going to do what he wants to do, no matter what Rudy and lawyers
advise. But it seems like these lawyers are holding him back a little bit, because I think he would have done it months ago.
It's so much more fun, though, the tweeting. And if he sits down with a Mueller interview, he's going to leak everything he said. He's going to be tweeting as soon as he walks out of the interview. All right, here's what I told Bob Mueller.
I love it. All right, top Democrats doubling down on their calls for the party to move